Hello everyone, my name is Ellie. Welcome to another collective timeless reading message for whatever you need to hear right now. Get comfortable, take a deep breath if you'd like. Feel free to use this message as a secondary form of relaxation and meditation. It's possible you may enter a more relaxed state, so if you feel the need to not drive or operate heavy machinery during this message, then do not. Disclaimers in the description box. Before we get into the message, I would like to preface that this is an experimental reading. This is the second intentional psychic mediumship trance session that I have done for the collective. If you'd like to watch the first one, I will link it in the video cards on the screen and the description box below. So I'm going to breathe into this and then we'll get going. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence, your engagements, and sharing your time with me today. Let's see what is for your highest and greatest good. Breathe with me if you'd like. In. Out. In. Out. Let's begin. You are all entering a time in your life where you are questioning where you are going, constantly focused on what's ahead of you. May I ask you, speaking from the divine of the highest and greatest good, what's wrong with right now? Did you think of 10 things that was wrong with right now? That's okay. Let it go. When I ask you about the future, will you not come up with 20 more things that could go wrong there too? So let me rephrase that question. What is it in this current moment that is going right for you right now? Where is it that you're going right now? Are you aware that you can go somewhere when you are absolutely still? Many people find different ways of accessing this momentum within, so without. It's a vibrancy, it's a frequency, the energy humming and buzzing, and up and down we ride. Feel it. You may feel a gentle rocking if you are in meditative state with me and the divine. This is a co-conscious creation between the divine and me, Ellie, your guide. Ride the tide. Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like you are doing something wrong right now? Or do you feel like there's something else? Do you just think it? Do you feel compelled or inspired? There's a difference. What is it that is making it so difficult for you to be here now? For those of you that have no trouble at all with this, thank you for holding space. Perhaps you can think of a place within your mind's eye that you often go to within yourself that is sacred to you in the now. Not to escape reality, but to become even more present with it. To be in the now is an experience of its own. Not planning, not doing, just being. Is that enough for you? Take a deep breath. No, you don't need to take care of that right now. It's not more important than you are. You're being present with yourself. And if you believe in the collective, if you believe that we are all connected, then you know that you are not sitting here alone right now listening to a recorder. You're sitting with thousands of souls. Even souls that haven't found this message yet are connecting in this space at this moment, because time is an illusion. This is how readings work. We tap into an energy. That energy could be of past, present, or future. Perhaps yesterday, or 10 months ago, or just the other week, you were sitting in silence wondering, why am I so uncomfortable? What is it that's irking me about this moment? Perhaps you're not that mindful, and that's okay. This channel can bring that about. These should be easy thoughts, not forced ones. If you need help with this, accessing that inner wisdom, that higher consciousness, journal prompts will help you with this. So, many of you are wondering where you are going, when you will have this thing, when you will be that thing, when you will see the results of, when you will get to experience, fill in the blank. Why are you allowing yourself to perpetually be wanting? Why are you allowing yourself to always be seeking? Does it give you pleasure? Does it give you joy to constantly be seeking the next thing? Or does it make you stressed out? Does it make you feel miserable? Does it make you feel like you have to do something? And there's always a third door. I say this often. The key to having everything you want is to have it now. Embody it. Be with it now. What does that feel like? You got to know what you want first. So sure, thinking about what you're striving for in the future may serve you to an extent. But how about you cut out some designated time each day or each week to say, I'm going to allow myself to think and dream in this space, and then the rest of the time I'm going to do my best to be in the present moment, because that's the moment that matters. And if you truly do practice manifestation and the law of attraction and other laws of the universe, you understand that if you want to receive something now, you must embody it now. You must live in the present moment to receive it now. And if you are always wanting, and if you are always saying one day, one day, one day, you're always telling the universe one day, one day, one day. Now some of you are getting upset. I feel that. It's a frustrating process learning to embody that which you want. You have to unravel layers of yourself to get to that level of mastery. And others are already there because they already have an expanded consciousness or some kind of skill or experience. Meditation is a great way to start this. Mindfulness, journaling, even co-regulation with a trusted, healthy ally, personal, professional, etc. You don't have to be extraordinary to feel into the life that you truly love. And you don't have to have perfect circumstances to embody it either. The true key is to be able to know that regardless of what's going on outside of you, you hold that energy within yourself. And when you learn to manifest and you learn to materialize your desires, which may look like something like taking action on them, when before it was just a thought of one day. It doesn't have to be woo-woo. It can be quite practical. Perhaps you live in your mind often and you rarely live in your body. Perhaps that's why you're always thinking one day, one day. And this is all about the self. This isn't about others. This isn't about environment. Everyone here has the capacity to be lost in, well, this is happening outside of me, and this is happening outside of me, and this person is that, and this job is that, or I don't have this, and I don't have that. Sure, that is standard. And there is empathy for that experience. But when you've been through those experiences and you've faced those challenges and you've broken through the other side of fear, you have a higher perspective and realize that nothing is impossible and everything is within your reach. And then you get to a point where you realize you no longer have to reach for it. You just have to decide it and be it. This is what becoming is. So, when we think about what we have to do tomorrow, we think about what we're attached to. What happens when you don't attach to anything? Are you even aware of how many ways you may attach to things or people or plans or old beliefs about yourself or comfort zones or patterns? What does non-attachment look like to you? Queen of Swords in my mind's eye. She is a queen that sits on a throne. She is known as the hardest queen, gender nondescript. She has her sword halfway up and the other hand gestured to come forward, but she's prepared. She's ready to cut down nonsense, yet at the same time her arms are open and she is ready to receive. She knows not to be fooled by love language of a negative attempt. Some of you would know this as love bombing. And anyone can do this to you. Anyone can manipulate you through kind words that seem beautiful, but action is what matters. The ego loves fluffy words. And that applies to us too. Yes, we sometimes like to fluff ourselves up, right? Like, oh, I got this. I can do this. You know, you spend all this energy saying, oh, I'm going to do this. Or you go and you talk to a friend or something, say, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this tomorrow. And I got this. And I blah, 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 blah. The thing with when you go and you spend all that energy talking about something or telling someone how much you love them and how you're going to treat them right or how you're going to do better with yourself and how you're going to do this and that, is you give yourself a false dopamine hit. You trick your system into believing that you've already done the thing because you're already feeling rewarded for deciding you're going to do the thing. Now, this can be healthy in a shorter dose, but you have to actually follow through on the action to see the results of that. What happens when you don't do that is you end up lost in the misery of forgotten dreams. A lot of people misconstrue manifestation with Fantasyland. They assume that it's only something that dreamers can do. We all have the capacity to dream, to believe. It takes a lot of trust to do that. It takes a lot of follow through. And it doesn't have to be anything big. You can try this yourself with something simple. And the more you see yourself actually following through on the steps of your dreams after you realize what they are, even if it's something as simple as, you know, let's say, let's give an out-of-the-box example. Perhaps you're somebody who struggles with chronic pain, and you know that for you, you could push your body to go walk around a town square all day with your friends and family, and you know it would make them really happy if you would just make the effort. And you know how painful that is, not just physically but emotionally, to not be accommodated or understood for what a great sacrifice that is. So perhaps you shame yourself away and you say, oh, well, I won't try, I just won't go. You exclude yourself. But you dream of being able to go and be a part of that activity and be a part of the world, right? But that shame and that FOMO and that reluctance to feel like you're capable of it, it keeps you from actually trying. You don't even want to dream. You don't even want to think about what a great time your kinship is having without you all those times. But you might isolate. You don't dare dream because, well, it's painful. So what do you do in that situation to manifest your dreams? Well, the first thing you can do is decide what's something today I can do that would make me feel a sense of accomplishment and gratitude in what I can do. Perhaps it's just walking down your block. Maybe you just get out and you walk down the block, and maybe you have a friend join you. Maybe you have a dog that you walk. Or maybe you walk with a friend and their dog. And it's a short walk, it's a brief walk. Maybe you just go to the mailbox. Maybe you go to your favorite store and you say, you know what, I'm gonna browse a little bit longer. And if I need to sit down, I'm gonna sit down. You find a way to accomplish something. And if you find it difficult to leave the house in this scenario or any other, perhaps it's depression. I'm not a mental health professional or doctor. Again, there's a disclaimer. I am an advocate, though. Perhaps it would just be an accomplishment to walk around your house. If you're so fortunate to have one, not everyone is. So you find a way to meet a goal that is reasonable for you, and then you follow through a dream with an action. Even if it seems small and it's not exactly the thing you want, you technically did the thing. Guess what that means? You're embodying that energy now. You're also believing in yourself. You're giving yourself confidence, and perhaps a level up is you're grateful that you were able to do it, which can allow you to dream and open your mind more of like, how else is this possible for me? What else could I do? Perhaps you realize that there's another way that you can join your family and friends without being expected to keep up with them the whole time. Perhaps it's about asking for assistance, or finding a way to be a part of some things but sit out on another, but you're still there, part of the experience. So then you see how you've allowed yourself to dream about something. You've started to realize, because of your confidence boost, because you're embodying the energy of that which you want to experience, but for yourself. You're not relying on other people to validate you or give you a thumbs up on your idea. You're actually doing something that brings you closer to that big goal. And you're doing something today, not tomorrow. And again, it may not be the big thing that you want to accomplish, but it is part of it, and it's the beginning. So that's just one potential example. For many of you, there's so many different ways that you could go about imagining the life you truly deserve. And it's not about things. It's about the feelings you have with what you want. What do you get when you think about the things that you want? Do you understand what it would require to embody that? Explore it. The only way you can do that is by allowing yourself to dream. And in order to dream, you have to have an idea of what you want. In order to have an idea of what you want, you have to be in the present moment long enough to think about what it is that you feel like you lack. And then think, why? Why do I feel like I lack? Get to the bottom of it, or co-regulate with someone healthily. It could be a therapist, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a partner. It could be spirit. You could commune with spirit about this. Whoever your divine may be. You can talk to your God whenever you want. If you don't have a God and you haven't found spirit, that's okay too. You can talk to your higher self. If you don't believe in that either, well, go talk to a tree. You think that's stupid? Imagine how the tree feels. Probably grateful to have someone talk to it, right? It seems Spirit and the Divine wanted to share a spiritual message with you today on a more human level, not so woo-woo deep, not some mastery of messages from the Divine. The first message I channeled was profound. And again, I'm co-conscious with this creation. This is not a full-on trance session. This is the beginning of my exploration into my deeper gifts. And I, at one point, had to take a chance and figure out what it is that I wanted for my life and learn to be still and be in the present moment in order to discover what I was meant to do next. And that developed into one thing, which developed into another. And I've discovered much about myself that I didn't know was possible because I dared to dream. I am a testament of this. And some of you have greater dreams that are not so mundane. Especially if you're in the spiritual field, you are aware that doing this kind of service, which is what this is a service, living by service, you're already on the outside of society, and many do not recognize you for the great work that you are doing. Many will judge you, many will blame you for their own shortcomings and say it's your fault because you gave them bad information when really they just didn't listen to the message. That's not all. That's just some occasions. Many you will be projected on. Many you are also empaths and healers. Some of you saw this coming a mile away because you're that psychic. Others of you do very unique, different side alleys of the woo-woo. And that takes a different level of courage. Because to be able to channel the kind of information that we channel, you're already putting yourself under the chopping block. You're already willing to say, yeah, some are going to persecute me, some are going to come for me, some are going to say I'm crazy, some are going to say that I'm misleading people, some are going to say I'm making it up, some are going to say it's fake, some are going to say that I'm not well, some are going to say that other people told me to say that, some are going to say you get on and on and on and on. And if you're also pick up on psychic projections, you're going to feel and know what they think too. And this is all real. There's so many different levels to this field that you can go into on this journey. I myself have had to face many of these fears. It takes a lot of courage to go out there. I think what people confuse as far as being a reader who does general readings for the mass public versus a channeler is not that one is better or the other. I do both, right? Someone who does readings does it almost for, not everyone, not all, but a lot out there in this field do it for entertainment purposes, right? And many people who consume those readings don't think to give back. And the thing is whether you find value out of that or not, every single person is giving their time. And the difference between just doing a mass reading versus a deep channel for the collective is the spiritual depth of it. There is more value, but it doesn't make it better or worse, and it won't be more valuable to some. Some may have those great epiphanies from the most mundane tarot reading out there because that was the level that person was at to receive that. And others have more complex ways of thinking, and the depth and breadth of a deep spiritual message strikes them more eloquently. We each are on different journeys, whether we are the giver or receiver of this wisdom. But I assure you, it isn't fake. And if anyone who consumes this kind of moment with others and judges it, I ask you, why are you here? If you're investing in things that you don't believe in, why are you here? And do you really value your time? I see a lot of other people like to speculate on a lot of other people. It's part of modern culture where we often judge others and think that we have a right to say whatever we can about them, usually with friends or family. You see this a lot with politics. Yes, free speech is a thing. But what is the integrity and quality of the words you are speaking to other people? Because that's creating the life that you want to live, right? So if you spend your time speculating on other people and you're doing it in a negative way, and you've made it your mission to shut those people down, what does that say about you? Is there maybe a part of you that is wounded, that doesn't feel heard or seen or understood? Is there a part of you that perhaps feels judged? Is there a part of you that wants to do something that seems unusual or against the grain or the crowd? Have you buried it so deep within your subconscious that you can't recall? Or are you that stubborn to not acknowledge it? This is not for all. This is only for a select few. And trust me, you'll know who you are. It's like the old saying, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. As the Bible says. Non-denominational channel here. I call and pull from all different faiths and beliefs and backgrounds. These are not just things you say because you have to. These were things that were said with meaning. How much that you speak is meaningful. And how much do you speak to yourself in a meaningful way? And do you listen for a response within yourself, your higher self, your divine? Do you trust your spiritual connection enough to find deeper meaning within your own words? You have to be aware enough to pick up those nuances. That's not crazy. That's intelligent. That's evolved. And if you don't do these things, it doesn't mean you're not those things. It just means that you're learning. If you're here and you're still part of the message, you're on the journey. And yes, at this point, if you are not aware in that way, you have a window to walk away, to say, I'm done seeking spirit. I'm done looking into these things. I like my life the way it is. I like being a part of the matrix. I like the constructs and the way I've lived my life. I'm okay not knowing more, and that's it, book closed. If you make that decision then, and that feels right for you, then I implore you to do that. But for those of you that truly feel called to continue down this journey, please do. The divine and I are here for you. And this is where I'm going to leave it. Good luck to you. And if you found meaning in any of this, feel free to share it in the comments. This is Ellie, signing off. Bye, darlings.